Okay, so now this video is going to cover how to basically parent a weapon to this animation in Mon and in UE4, I guess. Okay, so first thing we do is let's create a new file here, and let's import a weapon that I made. It's called shotgun. Okay, so this is just a basic shotgun, and it's rigged up like so. So let's import this into UE4. I guess I'll just call this test shotgun. Okay, and then we don't need animations, so this is just a mesh reference. And now it should appear inside here. Bro, just bring it in. Okay, so we need to create a new skeleton because this is a new weapon with a new skeletal rig. So, and then do not create materials. Okay. Yeah, I don't need this. Don't need that for now. Okay, so that came in all right. Yeah, okay, great. Now we want to bring in, let's go back to that animation, the character animation. Now let's say I want to attach this shotgun to this animation and have it line up properly. So what I would want to do is I want to import the shotgun. Okay, so now I want to attach this to one of the joints that I created here. So I think it was called this one, right item. So I have two of them. There's another one called right item 1, isn't there? Oh shit, it must be this big honking one. Okay, yeah, so it's this one. Right, so this is basically a bone that I use to parent weapons to. So you notice there's a shitload of keys on here. Yeah, when I transferred all the mocap data, it actually created keys on all of these controllers, even though like this is there's no animation on it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and delete the keys on that. Now I want to parent this shotgun to that controller here. So an easy way of doing it, just match all transforms to that. Okay, so now it's basically parented to that. Now, oh no, it's not parented yet, but now okay, the key thing is just to not parent it using like the parent. We want to constrain it, like, so we don't want it to be a part of the rig because that fucks up it just messes things. So like we don't want to put this as an actual parent of the bone here. We actually want it to be constrained, so we want to use a constraint here. So to constrain this shotgun to this prop bone here, basically that's what we're going to be doing. So you first click on the prop bone controller, and then you click on the shotgun right there, and then you click on constraint, and then click on parent, and then these are the settings. Maintain offset. In this case, yeah, let's just leave it on. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So now the shotgun should be. So now if you look over here, it says 1, but also it helps to put a key on it. Just press the key. See, you notice as soon as you press the key, it'll show the blend parent. For some reason, it defaults to 0, which is stupid because whatever. It should be parented. Anyways, there, just set it to 1. So now when it's at 1, now it's following the hand. I'm sorry, it's following the bone here, which is parented to the hand. So now let's go ahead and modify this bone here so that the shotgun is more properly positioned. So let's do that and do that. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, so one of the weird things about this particular animation is he's actually holding the gun on the left hand, actually. So But in UE4, the majority of the times, the gun is going to be parented to the right hand. So there's a trick that I do here. What actually I end up doing is I take one of these controllers that I created here on the left hand. First, I delete the keys on that. I take that controller over here, and then I match it over to this controller here, the one on my right hand. I match that. This is kind of a funky thing, and you only need to do this if like if he's animating the gun. See, it's only for this particular animation that I need to do this because just the way the animation was created, he's actually holding it on the left hand. But for the other animations, like for the shooting animation, the deploying animation, he's actually holding it from the right hand. So yeah. Anyways, but anyways, I'm just gonna continue on with this. So basically, what I'm doing here is I'm taking this left hand. Sorry, this left hand one. Okay, so this controller here is parented to the left hand. But what I want to do is I want to constrain this right hand controller to this left hand controller. And it's kind of confusing, but watch what happens when I do that. So I take the right hand controller. No, sorry, I take the left hand controller here. This is the left hand controller. So it says left hand one, and then this one is the right hand controller. It's called right hand item hold one. So I take the left hand controller first, and then I click on the right hand controller, and then I click on constrain parent, which is basically the same constraint that I did to constrain the shotgun to the right hand controller. Okay, so now you see what happens is now it animates properly because basically what's happening now is the right hand controller. So here it is, this right hand controller. See this controller here, even though it's parented to the right hand, it's actually being constrained to the left hand throughout the whole animation. So yeah, that's kind of the power of constraints. It allows you to override parenting and that kind of thing. So that's why I like animating in Maya versus 3D Studios. These features are much more powerful. All right, so let's go ahead and export this animation. Well, we already did export the animation. What am I talking about? Yeah, actually, I don't need to export anything because actually, what I wanted to show you was how do I animate this shotgun while it's being reloaded and then play it back on the animation. So yeah, this is what I'm trying to talk about. All right, so to do that, what you need to do is you take the okay. So basically, I'm not going to animate the whole shotgun, but I'll just animate a bit of it. Okay, so for example, this part right here where he pumps it. Yeah, this mocap data is pretty excessive. Foregrip. Make sure I'm in object mode. So okay, let's just pump that shit. All right, so I'll set a key here, pump, and then pump out. Okay, so boom, animate that. Boom. Oh, sorry. Actually, I was right middle mouse click and then set a key. That should. Okay, so basically the foregrip is being animated. Yeah, and I'm not gonna bother animating the shells because that just takes too long. But I'll just, for the sake of brevity, just to show you how that would look in UE4, I'm just gonna go ahead and animate the shells then. So let's just say at that frame, I'll create a keyframe there. So the shell's there, and then the shell is over here. I'm just gonna delete this here, and then I'm gonna see. That's another thing why I like to have these item holding things. I have a second one here, so I have actually two. So for instance, like this, it comes in handy to have two because I'm holding the rifle and I'm holding the shell. So okay, so I'm taking this item hold bone here. I'm gonna parent it to this shell. So first I'm gonna make sure the shell looks over there. So I'm gonna parent. Not parent it, sorry. No, I'm going to match the transforms to the shell. And then I'm going to constrain the shell to this controller. So I select on that controller, and then I select on the shell, and then I just click on the parent constraint. So now what's happening is the shell is actually following that hand now. Right, cool, huh? All right. Only thing is you need to turn it off on the frames before 12. So let's set a key here, and then on set a key here. So on this frame, it's gonna be blend parent 0 because you don't want it to be, you want it to be like over here, like not in his hand basically. And then on the frames 12 to up to here, you want it to be, okay, so from here, let's take it off his hand and let's put it, oh sorry, let's just set the blend parent to 0. Okay, so on frames 34, it's basically just going to be following the shotgun because I turned off the blend parent. Okay, so that's a pretty ugly animation, but it just kind of shows you how it looks. I mean, if I wanted to clean it up a bit, I would create a new layer. So because the mocap data was all kind of ugly, and now I'm just gonna make sure it lines up properly. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this because the video is gonna be too long. All right, so yeah, let's just say I'm happy with that. Now let's just go ahead and so okay, so since we made some changes to the character animation, we'll need to export that out again. So export to character animation. Ooh, make sure that is turned on. Okay, and then we need to export the shotgun animation. All right. So the shotgun animation, just select the shotgun root, select the children, and then export that. So test shotgun animation. Test anim. Okay, now let's see what happens. Now let's just go ahead and save that. Ooh. Okay, whatever. What the fuck? Where'd you go? Okay. Okay, so now it's test player, test anim. Yes. Okay, that's fine. Yes. Import that. And then test shotgun. So this shotgun test animated, we want it to be using the shotgun, the test shotgun skeleton that we created here. Test shotgun skeleton mesh there. And yeah, since it's coming in from Maya, you want to keep that rotation as 90. All right, so now let's see what that looks like. Okay, so you're probably wondering, wow, this shotgun's, it's all fucked up, right? Now what you need to do is when you're importing animations for like weapons that you plan on parenting to the character, and you don't want to like I don't want to keep this root. I don't want to keep this. Basically, I don't want to keep this root animation. See this, because I don't want to have the animation of the shotgun flying all over the place in world space. So basically, I actually want to have the shotgun being set to the ground, the 0 plane, because it's actually just going to be parented to the hand anyway. So so what you want to do is you want to remove the root animation on this thing. So if you can see it, fucking hell, it's all the way down here. Okay, so basically to do that, it's just go to asset details and then go to force root lock. Yeah, I believe that's the one. Okay, so now it's animating on everything except the root bone, right? So you see the foregrip is being pumped, and you see the little shell is being ejected or put into the gun. So that's what you want, because we're going to be parenting this to the character. So now we go to the character test anim, and then we go to skeleton, and then we go to the left, or so the right hand. That's where we're parent. So right hand, we create a socket here. Create a socket, and then in this socket, you want to let's preview the shotgun. All right, cool. So now you'll notice that it's not placed properly. So you have to adjust the socket to match that, what it looks like in the animation. So let's see what that looks like. That looks pretty good, yeah. Okay. Okay, now let's play the animation. Boom, there we go. There we go. Awesome, huh? So that's how you do it. That's basically how you would parent the thing to the thing, the gun to the character. So now let's say you want to create the character. Let's just save this. So now we create a character, blueprint character, actor, test, player, and then in here you you add the skeletal mesh for the player and for the weapon. Okay, so weapon. Now for the player, let's pick that thing. This guy, skeletal mesh, and oh, so we need to create a anim blueprint. So let's create an anim blueprint. Okay, so blueprint animation blueprint, and we need it to be using the oh sorry, so the parent class should be anim instance, and the skeleton should be this one, sk test player skeleton. sk test player skeleton. Okay, now let's just go in here, bp anim test player. Now in here you need to give it the animation of it reloading. Okay, so it's playing that animation, and then we need to finally, oh, we need to do one for the shotgun as well. Yeah, because the shotgun is going to be animating as well. Anim instance, and then test shotgun, right? God, so many tests. Okay, BP and test shotgun. And in this one, we're going to be giving the animation of the shotgun being reloaded. Like the foregrip being pumped and the shell inserting. Cool, there we go. And then now we can go ahead and so for this character I wanted to use this test anim class. What? PP, oh, what the heck? It's not letting me drag it. Okay, whatever. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright, and then this weapon, so let's just test it being parented to the character. Test shotgun mesh, and then knife. I don't know why it doesn't let me drag that. Okay, and then, oh right, finally, we need to get the name of the socket that we created, so we can punch that in there. Right hand socket, and then in here under socket name, it doesn't let you punch it in. You have to like scroll down. Okay, well, there we go. Cool, there we go. And now we have the character basically. So we have basically this. Oh, sorry, no, that's the anim blueprint. I don't want to drag that in. I want to drag this guy in. So that's the test player. Okay, so now let's see him animate. Cool. Looks good so far. I did run into an issue one time where I saw some jitter. Let's see what if I can see that again. Like some jitter with the. Oh, okay. So I saw that. Okay, let me see that here again. See, so yeah. See that little jitter there. Okay. So what's going on is, yeah, I'll show you how to fix that. Yeah, see that? It's some crazy jitter, some Parkinson's disease. Oh, sorry, my apologies. So to fix that, okay, so first we need to find out why is it doing that. The reason is, one of the things that occurred was when I retargeted the motion capture data, when the motion capture data came in, one thing that was really screwy was these curves here. There was, oh, see this? See, that's weird. That's whack. Same with here as well. There's some whackness going on here. So to see this, like you don't even see it. You don't see the jitter here because Maya is interpolating it at 30 frames per second, but actually UE4 is interpolating at a much higher frame rate, or like however. So in order to see the jitter in Maya, you need to set this thing up to like like 3,000 or 6,000 if you like to really see it. So now when you play it back, oh, see, look at that crazy shit going on with his arm. That is what's causing the jitter. It's what's causing the jitter on the yeah, just because basically see this bone here, this right hand item hold, it's actually parented to this hand. So because of the fact that it's just going all over the place, um, it's creating just well, it's a bit of a problem basically. So in order to fix that, what I found I needed to do is I need to uh, basically run a Euler filter on these animations. So because these animations came in from mocap data, the mocap data from 3D Studios Max, for some reason which I'm not exactly sure, is it causes some errors in these rotations. It might be because 3D Studios Max deals with quaternion interpolation, and then when it comes into here, it gets converted to Euler's. Anyways, whatever. I'm not going to get technical. To fix it, just select the curves and then click on Euler filter. Yeah, so that fixed that one. And there's still some issues with his hand here. So the hand, let's bring that up here. Sorry, I was out of screen. So the hand, so it's only the rotations. Oh, because I have a base. It was on the base animation. It's not on the layer one. It's on this one. So it's always on the rotation. It's never on the translation. Like you don't get those weird pops on the translation. It's because 3D Studios Max. I'm pretty sure this is the reason, but 3D Studios Max has quaternion interpolation by default, and bringing it into here, you run into some conversion issues with it becoming Euler. So just run a Euler filter on the rotations, and that should fix it. Yeah. Oh shit! What the fuck went wrong with that? Oh, is this guy? Oh, okay. So then, yeah, there was an error there. So just select the curves, the rotation curves, and run Euler filter, and that should get rid of that. Any more? Okay, that's better. It's better. So now we don't get that weird jittery, and that's what was causing this jitteriness. So now when we export it, no, let's export this animation. Oh, make sure that you set it back to 30 frames. Like, oh God, you're gonna be here forever if you don't do this. Yeah, because it's gonna export all 6,000 frames. So yeah, or 6,000 whatever. It's just gonna export a shitload of frames. So now setting it to 30 frames, it will just make it export the actual number of frames that you want it to. So let's do that. Test player, test animation. Okay. Oh God, why are you asking me to delete shit? No. No, 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 no. Cancel that. Okay, so now it's test player animation. Okay, import that back in. Now let's see how that looks. That's a bit better. Okay, so there's still a little bit of jitter. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, you're being a bit anal, right? But if this was an actual view model animation, like when you're this close to it and you see the jitter, your players are gonna like go crazy and want to burn your house down. So you want to remove any jitters like this. So, yeah. Okay, so we still have jitter. So another solution that I ran into that fixes that jitter, even though, so like it looks fine here at 30 frames per second. So what I actually did is I exported it at 60 frames per second. Now it'll double your number of frames, and it should increase the size of your animations. But you only need to do this when you encounter jitter, and I've only encountered jitter on a few of my animations. And I mean, you only need to do this for view model animations. Like for third-person animations, it's okay. Most people won't notice that jitter. But anyways, let's test this out at 60 frames per second. So. Okay, so that's done. Cancel that. Now it's gonna ask me to bring this in again. Yeah, yes. Okay, now let's look at this again. Okay, so yeah, so I don't know if you do notice, but it's much more stable. It's not jittering as much. Yeah, yeah, it's better. It's better. It's definitely better. Yeah, you're not seeing that weird little hiccups that you saw earlier. Yeah, so that's the solution basically. Basically, just make sure that you don't have uh, any weird jumps, and if you do, just run a Euler filter on it like that. Yeah, and it should take care of it. And also, if you're still getting jitters, export it at 60 frames per second. Uh, and if you're still getting jitters, try 120 or try like something higher. But yeah, just bear in mind that when you do export it at a higher frames per second, it'll increase your animation size. And but yeah, I don't think that's an issue with UE4. I mean, I think texture sizes are more of a problem. So yeah, that's basically it. That's how you work with parented weapons on animations and having animations on the character. Uh, this is the way they do it in games like PUBG, and so if you want to emulate it, yeah, yeah, this is how you do it. See see what that looks like. All right, cool. Yep. Okay, so there's a pump. Yeah, so basically the animation on the view model is animating and the character is animating. So yeah, I hope you found this informative. Good luck.